Love and peace, y'all. It doesn't let me looking down cards, y'all. It doesn't let me I don't have no names on. However, it doesn't let me see the camera and everything before I go live. So I have to do it while it's recording. So um and then I'm not used to recording and having to look at the screen too. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Okay, so is the microphone not connected? All right, because I feel like I'm just recording my natural fro. Y'all see my fro? Ah. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Okay, so hopefully you all can hear me through the microphone and it's not being recorded through the um you know what I mean, through the laptop. However, love and peace. Love and peace, much abundance, happiness, joy, prosperity. Wolfly, you are having a fabulous start to your day. Today is Tuesday, August the 6th. We are 2 days away from the 888 portal, which is very significant. Um, so I was called. I was called to do a video yesterday. However, my schedule didn't allow for me to do it yesterday. So here I am, first thing in the morning, um, getting it done. I do believe that I am being called to pull cards. So I shall be doing that. And then I think I'll allow the cards to inspire what ideas I express today because I have in my head, I'm saying a pot that's boiling over with ideas to share concerning my own experiences, concerning what I have been learning, the way my thoughts have evolved from my once very strong spiritual beliefs. It's amazing how, just like children, we start at one point in our journey and we grow and evolve, right? Like as a child, you may have liked a particular thing or was very enthusiastic about a specific idea. However, as you continue to grow, your interest shifted, your perspective changed. And as adults, we're still supposed to have that same, curiosity, that same childlike wonder. And that is how we explore, right? Like that's how we explore, that's how we grow, how we evolve by being curious. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm in a place where I'm able to do that. And as a result, like I said, my thoughts and my foundation has elevated. However, yes, Wolfley, you are going through a myriad of experiences that is producing growth for you to step into being the fullness of who you are and who you came here to be and the purpose that you came here for, which is you've come across my channel. More than likely, you're here in some way to assist and support the collective. And it's so beautiful because we have our own very unique place, right? Just reminds me of like a puzzle, a 500-piece puzzle. If you pick up a piece, this is this unique piece, right? There's no other piece in the box of the 500 pieces that looks like this piece. So that's the same with us. And it's a beautiful reality when you really start to explore how uniquely designed you are as an individual, and that even if you came here as a part of a cluster of spirits, of entities. If you are one of the star beings or a star seed, or, you know, wherever you are from, you're still very unique in your very own right. So exploring that, I found it really aids to solidify what you know about yourself. And also it strengthens your confidence in knowing that you know, right? Because can't nobody tell you who you are and who you aren't. They just can't. I remember this brother was telling me that he was Jesus reincarnated, right? And I mean, who am I to say that you're not, right? Like, who am I to say that you're not, considering that we're all spirit beings? And, you know, at this time, we go and we come. Like, we come to the planet, we serve out whatever purpose, and then we leave. And the reality is that there are some of us that are connected to the ascended masters, and it is a reality that some of us may be the new upgraded expression of that ascended master. So as far as I'm concerned, he could be Jesus. However, that's for him, you know, to live out and find out and be solidified, and not necessarily say that he has to be able to prove it to anybody, because we don't have to prove to anybody who we are, right? All we have to do is be. And in us being who we are, our frequency, our vibration, what we do, what we don't do, how we walk, how we talk, the message that we speak, how we influence each other, how we magnify life will show people who we are. It'll speak on our behalf, where we don't have to, you know, give a lecture, right? Give a lecture on who we are and what we do. And that's a beautiful thing, right? It's a beautiful reality to be able to just simply be, you know, especially after being a part of a system that, you know, doesn't want you to be. You know, this system wants you to do. That's it. Don't get no rest. Excuse me. Don't bond with your family. You know, don't establish a sense of self. Don't do. Do. That's it. So yeah, we're gonna I don't know if that's loud, however. We're gonna start the reading with Divine Nature. I'm wondering if I should open up with an oracle card. However, I mean, these are oracle cards, but this is what I'm being called to start with. Hopefully you all are doing great. You know, we are embarking upon we're in Leo season, and there are a lot of fiery energies that are available for us to, you know, really lock in on any creative projects that we've started, really lock in on any ideas that we've been inspired to start, to really lock in on what's the word? Oh, routines and regimens. If you haven't already, because of the new moon and the 888 portal, I would recommend you do some clearing, some cleansing of the energy of your home and of your person. That's interesting that card came out. Okay. Right. Do some clearing, some cleansing of your home space, yourself. Do some decluttering. Get rid of things that you're not using, you know, clothes that you're not wearing, you know, take them out of the main area where your clothes are, you know, put them in a bin, put them in a bag, put them away. You want to make way for new, especially if you're someone that has been doing the work. You want to clear out old energy and make way for the new. Taking spiritual baths is a way to be able to do that for yourself, for your person. I actually have a new in my head I'm saying new project. However, a new tool that the Most High inspired me to create, and it's called Mixi Cleanse. It's a box that comes with bath salts. That comes in a jar that this size, and it also comes with a candle. this same size. You get a piece of rough black tourmaline, you get some frankincense resin, you get a charcoal, and you get an incense stick. And all of that is mixy because there's a mix of different tools to be able to cleanse the energy and protect your energy and ground you as well. So it's called Mixy Cleanse. If you're interested, drop a message below, or send me a message on TikTok under Shine Your Light 777, Instagram Shine Your Light 777, or you can email me at that's YUR light at 777@gmail.com. Okay, so yes, whatever you do, whether you get it from me or not, make sure you're cleansing your energy. Take your spiritual baths, smudge your home, do some I know some people do brews, and then they utilize that brew to mop their floors and, wipe things down. Whatever it is that resonates with you for you to do of your practice of cleansing your energy, definitely make sure you do that, especially before the 8th. I mean, it's pivotal because of the new moon, and we're clearing our old energies. We're starting off fresh. We're planting seeds. So you definitely want to cleanse the energy. However, to be sure that you're able to partake of the window of energy that's opening up for the 8/8 portal, be sure that you're clearing out any energies that's no longer serving you. Any relationships that that are no longer serving you or weighing you down, do what is best for you to do for you to be sure that you are free of those energies weighing on you and slowing you down. Okay. So with that being said, the first cards that came out, we have Engage Your Invisibles, number 19. We have Receive Your Worthiness, number 27. And we have Rewild Your Life, number 6. And then the overall energy at the bottom of the deck is Focus, and that's number 25. So I'm going to start with Engage Your Invisibles, number 19, and go from there. All right, and then I'll give you a look at the card. It's actually quite beautiful. All right. Whether you believe in mythical creatures, guardian, angels, or spirit guides, you do have forces moving on your behalf that are guarding and guiding your soul journey. If you are aware of them, now is the time to contact them, inquire, investigate, ask for their help. If you don't know yet who they are, suspend your disbelief. Call and conjure them in the quiet spaces. Compel them to come to your aid by confessing your belief in them. Unseen forces thrive on belief and expand in your presence. Whether in relaxation, prayer, meditation, dream work, or active imagination, invite them to engage with you. Ask for the support and assistance you need. All right, so when we do numerology, the 1 plus the 9 is the 10. 10 is like starting all over again. 10 is like a completion and a new beginning. And it's resonating that it's important in this new beginning for us to know that we're not alone. So I know many of us that are on this spiritual journey have encountered periods of time on this path where we feel like we are alone. And although we trust in the Most High, we know the Most High has us, in this 3D realm, it feels like we're alone. And what I'm receiving from this message is the importance, knowing and understanding that we're not alone. In addition to the Most High, we have our spirit team, we have our angels, we have unseen beings that gravitate towards us because of who we are, because of our purpose, because of our dedication, our tenacity, our grit, our confidence, our perseverance, and they're here to support us. So it's important that we acknowledge them and we recognize them. And I don't want to say we test them, however you have conversations with them, and like you ask for signs, you ask for confirmations for the spiritual downloads that you receive, the clarity that comes in, your understanding of who you are and what your mission is. And if all of that sounds strange, right? Just ask for help, ask for clarity, ask for support, ask for guidance, ask for protection. ask for the things that will truly bring peace and balance to your heart, to your world. And I love how one of the things that I've always been this way. However, with time and maturity and experience, I've gotten even more deeper into this understanding that, there's so many different religions and spiritual contexts of which people present this is the one, this is the way. And, I really challenge us to consider that everybody has a piece to the puzzle, right? Like everybody, multiple things can be true at one time. So, Christianity can have truth. Buddhism, Buddhism can have truth. Hinduism can have truth. Islam can have truth. Egyptian mythology, Greek mythology, like all of these things can have truth, that if we simply look to see what resonates with us as an individual and extract that and then make it a part of us, the principles, the laws, the integrity, the love, the peace, the patience, right? The grace, the compassion, the understanding, and merge it all into one. I think ultimately that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? Especially if you think back to the depending on your school of thought, depending on what your path has been, there are different teachings that have taught that, there was original scrolls, and the original scrolls had all of the truth, right? It had the understanding of the plan, what was going to take place, why it was going to take place, who's who in the plan, and what the outcome would be. And then it was given to people, to some people, a group of people. And instead of that group of people being transparent and sharing that truth with everybody, they took a piece and put it over here. And then they took a piece and they put it over here. And then they took a piece and they gave it to these over here. And they took a piece and they gave it to these over there. So if we think about it from that base, then it is probable, right? It's likely, it's plausible that everybody has a piece. And it's up to us to be fluid, right? To remain lofty and spiritual in our thinking and not get so weighted and connected and fixed. And that's the word I was looking for. Fixed on one particular road. Like it's like the same principle. It's several ways to get to 10, right? It's several ways to get to 10. If I add 6 plus 4 and you add 8 plus 2, I don't get to say you wrong. You don't get to say I'm wrong because we chose two different ones. Somebody else might choose 9 plus 1. Somebody else might choose 10 plus 0. It's so many different ways. So as long as we get to 10, that's all that matters. So I think at least the way that I experience life is that as long as you are developing a relationship with the Most High, right? You can call him whatever you want to call him, right? Like he could be daddy as far as I'm concerned. Like he can be whoever, or she for that matter. For me, I don't even think there's a limitation in adding these pronouns of he or she. I think it's better to acknowledge that the spiritual being is genderless, right? However, either way, as long as you develop a relationship with the Most High and it's working for you, if it's causing you to get closer to your purpose, for you to become more aware of who you are and how you get to add to the collective, then that's the whole point, right? And it reminded me of, I did a video sometime back, and if you're so moved, I recommend checking it out. It's called Passion, Purpose, and Pursuit. And I remember like breaking down the different ideas. However, ultimately it was about finding a purpose and giving some tools and some keys on how to go about finding your purpose. And in finding your purpose, you develop a relationship with the Most High that is unique to you. Like, again, like, can't nobody come and tell you that your relationship with the Most High is not real. That action is real or not. And I think ultimately, that's the goal. So I feel like I willfully, I trust that whoever needed that confirmation or needed that perspective of thought received exactly what they needed, because it definitely took me off on a tangent from engaging your invisibles. However, keep in mind, you're completing a cycle and you're starting a new cycle. And in this new cycle, be sure to engage with the powers that are available to you, mainly because you doing the work, right? Like you doing the work, and you're being seen. So, engage with the support that's available to you. Okay, so the next card is receive your worthiness. And this card, I don't know if you can see, she's holding a little sign that says truth. It's coming in a little blurry. However, it's a sign that says truth. And she's being suspended from the air over people. Excuse me. No one is going to descend from the sky with the truth of your worthiness in their hands, but it will be presented to you again and again in the radiant people you meet, in the powerful sway of nature's embrace, in the rush you feel when you dance, when dancing or creating. You'll also feel it knocking at the door of your awareness when someone denies you reciprocity or cannot meet you in mutuality. Noticing its lack in your life is just as important as noticing its presence. This moment is about owning your worthiness and doing the work to heal the places where it has been wounded or disparaged. Look up. You are equal to and worthy of every bit of beauty the heavens bestow. I do think, if I recall correctly, I did mention the idea about confidence. Whatever it is that you're about to do, whatever it is that you're being called to do, because you may not be about to do it right now because we're all on different timelines. So I'll say, whatever it is you are being called to do, your purpose is going to require for you to know that you're worthy, right? Like the steps that you've taken to get to this point, you've earned where you're going. You've earned knowing your value. Like you can look back on your journey and you should be able to see the things that you've conquered, the things that you've gone through, the things that you've mastered, the old that you've shed, the shadow work that you've done. Like you've looked at the ugly parts, right? And you may be in the depth of it or just beginning this process. You are worthy. Just for the simple fact that you're doing the work, you are worthy of where you are going, where you're being elevated to. And that confidence in knowing your worthiness is going to take you a long way. And, I think it's worthy of mentioning, because it's coming to mind, that there are going to be some people along the way that's going to have a problem, right? They're going to have a problem. They're going to have beef. They're going to have smoke. They're going to question. They're going to doubt. They're going to, spew negativity. They're going to oppose this positive motion. And that's just how it is at this time. Whenever positive goes into motion, there is a reaction to that motion. So it's almost like you expect it. Well, I'll say it this way. You consider that it exists and it's highly probable that it will happen. However, depending on the level of mastery that you have of your thinking, your energy, your emotions, and how well you can control the physical elements around you, you can minimize, the reaction, especially when you're cognizant of who you share your energy with, when you're intentional and how you move and how you interact and operate with people. Not to say that you'll be able to avoid everything. However, you will be able to minimize the effect of whatever the reaction is until the reaction no longer exists, because we're all operating in a forward, positive, high vibrational motion, spiritually, mentally, and physically. However, in really recognizing your worth, your worthiness, your confidence, it's really going to support you with where you're going and what's about to take place. And because this is a 9, 27, again, a completion. Like you've completed a cycle and you're about to on something new. And the energy that I'm receiving is like, you don't even have any idea. Like you don't even have an idea of what is about to take off in your life. And it's all because you've been doing the work. Like you've been taking the steps to grow, to heal, to release, to understand. You may have simply been pursuing understanding the Most High, to understand, like, what is the purpose of life? Like, what are we here for? Whatever it is that you are doing, continue to do it. And I would also encourage that you add a little vigor to it so that you can, again, you know, the planetary alignments, there's so many things taking place in the stars above us that is supporting us down here on earth. Excuse me, because we are also a part, we are on earth, that is a part of the astrological dynasty, right, that's taking place out there. Um so yes, make sure you lock in whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Know that you are worthy. Accept that, own that, eat that, sleep that, you know, walk in that, live that, be the worthy expression of who you are, so that you can step into being the fullness of who you are, and let the world see you. You know, that's another thing too, like the importance of allowing yourself to be seen. That's We're gonna move on to the next card. Where we at on time? 26 minutes. This time be going by so fast. This is Rewild Your Life. I don't know why the camera. I'm sure you see it. Rewild Your Life. Number 6. The wild isn't just a place out there. It's also a place in here. You are related to elk and deer, butterfly and hummingbird, bison, gazelle, and tiger. The mountains live in your bones, the rivers in your veins. Wildflowers grow along the chambers of your heart. You weren't born to pay bills and die, distracting yourself with the secondary satisfactions of house and car and happy hour. The time has come to unplug from your current matrix and rewind your life. Your mind is a savanna, teeming with running wild beasts. Your heart is an ocean full of mighty whales and splendid dolphins. Your soul is a forest full of stories. The moon whispers late at night. Indulge your own nature and rewild your life. It's still so amazing to me how things, like whenever I pull cards, how the divine speaks so clearly. So rewilding your life, right? In coming after, receive your worthiness. Rewild your life is like a glimpse, you know, examples of why, again, what we were just speaking about, why you are worthy. You are connected to the Most High. You are a part of creation that the Most High brought into the physical realm from the spiritual. It started with a thought, and the thought became a thing. And the thing is you, right? Like, you are a unique being that has been placed here for a unique purpose. So knowing and understanding your connection automatically causes you to sit up straight, right? Like, knowing, like, I'm directly connected to the divine, like the Most High created me, like made me, like caused me to be here, and everything that happened in my life was strategic. Like, I went through all of these experiences to shape and mold me to get me to this very moment so I could step into the fullness of who I am. Like, when you really explore that, when you really, like, you know, take baby spoons of that and like really like savor that, man, worthiness is going through the sky. Like, can't nobody tell you nothing, because you know that that you're that girl, like you're that guy, like you're the one in your own right. And that's not like saying anybody else ain't the one. Like, again, it could be several ones. However, it's about self. It's not about nobody else. It's about you knowing you and being confident in you. And when I seen Rewild Your Life, Rewild, I watched a video the other day, and a woman was speaking about like rewilding and like being releasing the wild woman. And I think that that's really key here, because it's important for us to release the shell, like let go of the, you know, many of us cloaked ourselves, right? Like, being the unique beings that we are and having to navigate earth the way that we did, you know, we had to protect ourselves. So some of us put cloaks on, some of us wore masks. It's time to let those go. It's time to take the mask off. It's time to unveil yourself. You know, like I said, present yourself to the world. Let the world see the real you, because the real you is the wild woman, the wild man. It is the unfiltered, the unconforming, unrestricted, free, expressive self that needs to be expressed, needs to be seen, so that you can be who you are through the eyes of those that are around you. It's not enough for you to know who you are in here and for you to know who you are in here. It has to be reflected out so that you can receive back what you've been giving all of this time. I'm pretty sure that you are generous, you are loving, you are caring, you are considerate, you are thoughtful, you have had a period of selflessness, to your own fault, right? To your own fault. You have given people the benefit of the doubt. You have willingly ignored signs that were showing you something different. Like when people were showing you who they were, you just kept seeing the them that they could be if they would only make better decisions, right? And because of that, it is time for you to receive back all of what you have been given out. And in order to do that, you have to show people who you are so you can attract the ones that are at your similar or same frequency or vibration that can reciprocate what you have to give, what you have to share with the world. And lastly, we have focus, which is the overall energy. And we're going to see how all of this is tied together. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, here we go. Oh, let me show you. Look at that. Look at that. Looking like a baby or a person about to be birthed in a cocoon, right? However, the cocoon is in the eye. And it reminds me of how the eyes are the windows to the soul, to spirit, to the entity, right? So we have to allow ourselves to be seen. However, I'm gonna read it. However, many thoughts are coming. You have a choice right now. Look at what you treasure, what you love, and what you hope for, and hold the vision despite what reality tells you is possible. Or look at what you don't want, what isn't working, what you are fearful of, and what you worry about. Either way, what you think about grows. Your first, I need some water, and I didn't bring any water. Your focus is a power source, amplifying and expanding what it perceives. Now is the time to use this very simple power to direct the energy and flow of your experience. When you focus on what you already have with gratitude and what you want with love and appreciation, you are creating the energetic version of your vision before there is any proof in the material world. That is so powerful. I'm going to read that again. You have a choice right now. Look at what you treasure, what you love, and what you hope for, and hold that vision despite what reality tells you is possible. Or look at what you don't want, what isn't working, what you are fearful of, or what you worry about. Either way, what you think about grows. Your focus is a power source, amplifying and expanding what it perceives. Now is the time to use this very simple power to direct the energy and flow of your experience. When you focus on what you already have with gratitude and what you want with love and appreciation, you are creating the energetic version of your vision before there is any proof in the material world. The reality of that idea is real. And I think it's so beautiful that this is coming up again in relationship to the 8-8 portal, because we really can utilize this energy to project into the future, right? To hold the vision, right? And again, how everything relates, right? So tapping into your invisibles, right? Engaging with your invisibles, whoever they are for you. You could be connected to the dragons or the mermaids or angels or archangels, or whoever, the fairies, Jesus, God, whoever it is. Just make it fit for your unique situation, right? When you engage with them and you speak life into the vision, the goal, the dream, the wants, the desires, and even being clear on what you don't want. However, and being clear on what you don't want for it to serve you, right? You be clear on what you don't want, and then you shift and focus your thoughts on what you do want. And even if you don't know exactly what you want, start with thinking the opposite of what you don't want, and then allow space for your vision to grow and evolve. The more you come into the awareness of yourself, and what you, how you envision yourself, and the downloads you get, right? So engage your invisibles, right? And then, and this will help you develop a rhythm of having a focus, right? Having sight on what the goal is, what a goal is, because it'll be the goal, however, what a goal is for you to live out and experience in living in your purpose. And then knowing that you're worthy of it, like whatever it is that you vision, know that you're worthy of it. Receive the worthiness, feel the worthiness, reflect back on your journey, the steps that you've taken to get here, and know for surety you've earned the vision that you see. And then rewilding your life, right? Like taking the steps that's necessary to shape and mold the reality to reflect what it is that you see, right? Like we have to actually be doing something. And I know, it's many different, rhythms of thought concerning manifesting and creating. However, thinking and holding a vision is doing something, right? Doing the inner work is doing something. Loving yourself, right? Like setting and implementing systems for self-love is doing something. So, and you doing these different components or elements, it is going to create a momentum effect that is going to direct energy towards the reality that you are focusing on, that you want to create. And with this 8-8 portal, this year's 888 portal, it is a very powerful window in time for these thoughts and energies to receive some inertia, to push them forward, to speed them up. So if you haven't already, I definitely encourage you to tap into the energy, to do the necessary things that's going to support you during this time. Let's get a time check, 37 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to pull a postcard from Spirit and close out the reading. I actually want to do a monology card too, but I don't know if you guys are going to like the long video, so I'm going to just do the postcard from Spirit, and then we'll see what happens after that. Okay, I actually love these cards. These are by Colette Baron Reed. And whenever I pull them, again, I apologize if these are loud. Whenever I pull these for myself, the messages are always like so right on time. It's like the Most High or my angels are speaking directly to me, giving me the reassurance, the confidence, the love, the nurture, the hug, whatever it is I need in that moment, they normally show up. And sometimes it's like a little tough love, I'll say, for lack of a better expression, like the encouragement or the push to do or get out of my comfort zone or whatever it is that I may be experiencing at that time. So I am setting the intention that the messages that come out are exactly what you need to hear at this time to support you on your journey, especially during this time, right? Like we all can use confirmation and even clarity. I realized the other day, my parents passed when I was young, teenager and 20. By the time I was 20, I was an orphan. And I realized that when you don't have parents around, you don't hear some of the common things like, I'm proud of you and you're doing a great job. And you don't hear those things, as often. So when I do get to hear them, it really does something to my entity that I'm really grateful for. So, receiving these messages from Spirit is very similar in that regard. So Wolfly, again, it is my intention that you receive exactly what it is that you need at this time. I'm to support you. And we have two, which is great because normally I get like 4 or 5. So the first one is, Dear Wonderful You, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to spirit and to us. There's amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Excuse me. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be so glad you did. Loving you so, so much. And that bears witness to the idea that we were speaking about taking the mask off, being cloaked, showing the world who you really are, and knowing that you are worthy, right? You're worthy to show who you are. The last message is, dearest you, everything is in divine order. Even in chaos, there is order. And we are always in awe of this. For you, though, on your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter, whether it be too many stories in your mind, too many what ifs, or fearful thoughts of the past or future. Instead, focus on the now. Empty your mind, clean your house, and throw out any object that tells you an uncomfortable story. Discern what you have, sort, purge, clear, and organize. We want you to have space to fill with something better. Spirit loves a vacuum, as it gives space for brilliant new energy. Let go of what is not serving you and give order to what remains. See them and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us and to spirit free of distractions. You are so adored by so many. We hope you really know that. If that isn't like taking the ideas that we spoke about and like putting it with a bow, again, cleansing, cleanse your home, cleanse your space,